Hello everyone, this is Keith APC bringing you a Proto commentary. This is a match between Scythe going up against Stars Boba Gigabyte. And hopefully it's a good match. It's in the ADC 2010. We're all the way up to Playday 5 now. When will these Playdays end? I'm not sure they will ever end. And this is game 1 of the series between these two teams. So lots of good players on both teams. Hopefully we should see some good action. We're just going through the picks and bans right now, and you're seeing very conventional bans. I guess Tidehunter, we haven't been seeing him banned too often, but down he goes. So who's on the field? I guess Broodmother's still around, so we might see someone pick up Broodmother really quick. I guess I'll slow down. I remember people dislike it when I talk too fast, although I am on 4 times speed, so sometimes 4 times speed makes me feel like I need to 4 times talk. But I'll try to keep it to normal speed. So I guess that's one thing I want to mention about this new Captain's mode. Just the fact that there are fewer heroes banned means the field is much more open to pick a hero that's normally banned. But instead of going for something like a Broodmother or someone else you'd see banned, they actually opt for a Necrolite first pick, which is a bit strange because I doubt he would have been banned or chosen. He's not as popular as he once was. Stars Boba snags the Witch Doctor, who is definitely a very high caliber pick in the Rashta. And again, I'm not sure. I don't know. They're going for some heroes that I'm not sure they're great as earlier picks. The Rashta and the Necrolite, I'm not so sure I would have picked them right away. Perhaps we're seeing these teams just don't like the Broodmother. I would have thought the Broodmother would have been picked by now. Frankly, I'm surprised. She was nerfed recently, so maybe the nerf has percolated into their minds, and it just took a couple weeks, and now she's trended into sadness and not being loved, which is sad, because everyone loves Broodmother. She has all those little spiderlings. It's like a family, and they're cute, and they're cuddly, and you just want to take them home until they bite you, and you spawn more spiderlings out of your corpse, but that's okay, because it just means there are more cute spiderlings. But we see Earthshaker picked, Nevermore banned. So Stars Boba, they still don't have any solid carry type heroes. They got the Rashta, so they might be going for a very aggressive pushing kind of strategy. We'll see how they round their team out. But at this point, it looks like they're definitely in a position to pick a couple more pushy type heroes. Although they do ban the Venomancer, who's kind of a good pusher, so that's an indication that's not perhaps what they're going to end up doing. Because if Venomancer, well, no, Venomancer probably wouldn't have been a great hero to go with it because she would have had to have been one of their support heroes, and they already have a couple good supports in their Witch Doctor and Earthshaker. So Laria gets snagged by Aeon, and, or not Alaria, Rylai. They also have Alaria though. Starsboa picks up Sven, and it looks like the Sven will be playing a carry role as opposed to a support role since they already have a couple supports on their team. Plus, the Rashu is not really a carry, but he gets the farm early on. And pushes. And a Lich, who, I guess Lich has sort of come up. At first I was surprised, first game I saw him. The second game, first game I was shocked. The second game I was surprised. The third game I thought it was unusual, but by now I guess he's just almost becoming standard. And so yeah, I guess these are some pretty unusual hero lineups. I'll go through the players right now though. So we have HY on the Necrolite, Ice on the Morphling, Tofu on the Lich, Roy on the Crystal Maiden, and Darkness Reborn on the Alaria. So that's Scythe's lineup. They got a couple of Aeon players, Ice and this Darkness Reborn fellow, but they don't use their team name as a tag. In any event, for Stars Boba Gigabyte, we have DV on the Sven, AR on the stupid Rashta, SS on the Potom, Ice on the Vulsion, and Earthshaker is played by S. I love it when there's the two Ices, the Ice Mage and the Triple Ice. We'll see which Ice is superior, but neither of them's playing Lich. I mean, two Ices and neither one of them's on Lich. What's up with that? You would think that their names should reflect their hero picks thematically. But I guess not. So on the Scourge side of things, we're not seeing any fantastic carries. This Potom semi-carry will definitely be a big factor in their team's ability to succeed, as well as I guess the Sven to a lesser extent. I think really what they need is their Potom to do well. I think if the other team can cripple the Potom early game, then they stand a very good chance of winning. Conversely, they've got a Lich, so that's when you have a Lich, that really helps your team fight ability early game. So you usually want to push towers or Roshan fights or force a team fight situation to get the best use out of your Lich, because if you don't force team fights, then his ultimate is often sort of wasted. But they also have this Morphling in the bag for the late game if it works out that way. And Ilaria, who's all around very solid, and Necrolite, who's solid in the early mid late game as well. So I think I like the Sentinel team a bit more, but we'll see how this initial clash pans out. This Lich is in some big trouble because there are four, count 'em, four Scourge heroes down here, and he's slowing them. His Morphling is in the back. The Lich is salved up, which might have saved him a bit, but his salve has been cancelled. And that's a very bit of aggressive early action for the Scourge team. It didn't work out too well for them. They sent four heroes bottom, and now they're going to have perhaps no one top for a bit, because four bottom, one middle, no one top. And when you commit four heroes like that, you really want to win the battle, and they really didn't succeed in that battle as they perhaps would have liked to, because the result is they didn't really gain much, and now the Windrunner is going to get a bit of uncontested farm just at the beginning. Not too much, not like it's the end of the world, but she's going to be free farming for at least a little while. We see the bottom is headed top very slowly. The Necrolite is middle lane against this Rashton, and the bottom is where we see both tri-lanes hanging out. So the Morphling is going to be going for a very early magic wand. It's unusual that he would have purchased a recipe as one of his starting items. I don't think that's a very good choice because, I mean, you don't usually want to start with recipes because they do absolutely nothing. Usually, he could start with the magic wand itself or the magic stick. Maybe one less branch or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the looks of starting with a recipe. It doesn't seem like a good sign to me of the choices he'll make later on. So I'm skeptical about how Ice Ice will do on the Morphling. But I mean, this is Ice Ice, so I really shouldn't be skeptical. So Earthshaker, I guess, tries to get a block off with his Fisher, but perhaps a waste of mana. He wasn't at full mana, so he was being a bit aggressive popping that. Top lane, the Windrunner Bottom are having an archery battle. Lich is doing a spot of creep pulling to help boost his experience up a little bit. And we'll see how that works out as we see the enemy team, the Scourge team, converging. And their goal is to last hit these creeps. So you can see which Doctor last hit that creep. And this creep, it looks like the Sentinel creeps last hit the other golem. So Witch Doctor managed to get one of the two. However, Sven is being waved in by this Morphling, who actually might be in a spot of trouble. No, he looks like he's fine, because he has his allies right here, and the other team's just sort of an unorganized withdrawal, and he zips in for a kill on the Earthshaker. However, he becomes first blood in exchange. The Earthshaker had a magic stick, which he popped to save his life, and that resulted in a kill on the Morphling. He gets off a nifty little Fisher, and they also pick up a kill against... They pick up two kills. They picked up a kill on the Lich. So that did not go very well at all for Scythe. Middle lane, let me see here. Rasht is fighting Necrolite. I'll keep an eye on this. I don't think either of them will die. Rashta is netting him. Necrolite's at full mana. I don't know why he hasn't been using his heal. I'm confused. Like, through that whole bat, does he not have level 1 of his heal? I'm going to read this and check to see if he has level 0 of his heal. What does he have? I don't even understand. Does he have... He's level 2 Heartstopper Aura. I don't know why he didn't spam his heal a few times. And I'm sorry for wondering what the heck he was doing, because the other lane I ignored, where we had Windrunner and Podem going against each other, they actually killed each other. Windrunner got the first kill, so I believe she got experience out of it. That's I'm sad that I missed that exchange, because it probably would have been a bit funny seeing them kill each other. I guess I'm a bit rusty, having not done the commentary in a couple weeks. So, middle lane, we see this Crystal Maiden lurking. I'm not sure what she's going to amount to in her lurk. Lich is doing even more creep pulling. We'll see how many last hits the other team managed to snag away this time. Let me just check the levels. Windrunner's 5. Podem's... Oh, Windrunner... Remember I said that they gave Windrunner a bit of extra farm early on? That's really helped her. Now she's 2 levels up against this Podem. So she should really be able to lane well against this Podem. If she does not win her lane, then... it is because she was outplayed, which is not good for her. So I really hope she does well. Middle lane, Rash is just lasting creeps of lightning. We'll see if there's an engagement about to happen on the bottom, as we do see Crystal Maiden coming in from the back with the invisibility rune. Aeon does, or that's a Scythe, I guess I should say. He does have a ward in the back, and he's being very aggressive. And Sven gets off a stun which hits 2 heroes. Morphling zips into the back to evade the Earthshaker stun. He's trying to kill the Witch Doctor, however the Crystal Maiden has fallen down already. And the Morphling is sort of being blocked by this Earthshaker's fat cow butt. while the Lich is slowly dying, and there goes the stun off from the Sven, which does not finish him off. Now this Morphling is alone against the three heroes remaining, and I don't think any of them have... Oh, Earthshaker has mana for a Fisher, so he needs to be a bit careful, but he does have this creep wave willing on this Vulgin. He's probably not going to get the kill, because Earthshaker certainly does have a Fisher, which he totally fails with and misses, but better luck next time. Or better skill next time, perhaps, is what he needs. Or maybe not, I think I'm just being mean. Necrolight's actually almost managed to push his tower. We'll see how much longer that tower can last for. Because in this lane you would expect Rashta to take down the tower quite quick. He's level 6 now, the Rashta, so Rashta might use his wards to either get a kill or a tower push or something. It's definitely a bit embarrassing when you're solo Rashta and the enemy pushes your tower before you push theirs. And this Windrunner, oh, if you'll notice the Starfall, she just barely got out of the range of that Starfall. If that Starfall had hit, she perhaps would have died. I'm not certain what level the Starfall is, but probably level 3 Starfall if the bottom's level 5. So a bit of a narrow escape on the part of the Ilaria, and she really shouldn't be in the position where she's making these narrow escapes. She should be doing quite well. However, the Palm's out of mana, and the Windrunner still is plenty. Plus she has that Ring of Basilius, which she has set to normal mode, so perhaps she's trying to push a bit with it and be a bit aggressive. I'm not certain. It's on normal mode at the moment. Maybe keep an eye on it and see if it changes. So not too much happening at the moment because Scourge is just sort of being a bit conservative because there's only 2 heroes from each side in the tri-lane at the moment. The others have gone off. The Lich has an invisibility rune. I'm not sure if he's level 6. He must not be level... No, he's only level 3, not even close to level 6. I do not think so. The Morphling falls down. I just caught the tail end of it. He got pwned by the triple stun force power. So that's a killing spree on the part of DV, and is that the Sven? Ah, the Sven has actually been getting all the kills in the bottom lane, so he's a killing spree. Rashta tried to drop his wards to save his life, but all he did is he ends up feeding the ward gold to the other team. And I've been on the tail end of a few of these kills. I'm a bit rusty, I guess, but I don't like Rashta's play there, I think he dropped his wards after he was probably going to die, and you might think, oh well, I'm going to die, I may as well use my ultimate, and maybe hurt the enemy heroes with it a bit or get a few creep kills, but just not a good idea because those wards give about 20 gold each and there are 8 of them, so it's like 160 gold or something. It's like 3 creep kills. But you really don't need to give the enemy for no good reason. Oh, Morphling waveforms to dodge Earthshaker stun. Very lucky, and the Witch Doctor was tanking the tower, which is why he's taken so much damage. The tower hits plus the waveform almost got him, but not quite enough, so he just narrowly escapes. Bottom is all alone up top lane, and that's not a good thing. As I mentioned earlier, that shoot, I missed a kill against the Ryle. Ryle got out of position in the woods while she's trying to ward, but yeah. So Bottom is free farming now, and that's what I said early on. Is I thought that a key thing that the Scourge team needs